Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for the report from AEW Dynamite. And here's the man that has always been Dynamite, more Dynamite than J.J. Evans himself, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1296, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 1296 of the show, and this will be the final Dynamite of March 2024 as AEW Dynamite, and as the road to Dynasty is getting near. So, it starts off with one of the best matches ever, as Will Ospreay and Katsuyori Shibata went at it one-on-one. Heck of a matchup this was. And Ospreay ended up winning the matchup. And then Bryan Danielson, as you know, he is going to be in his final year of wrestling. So will he retire afterwards? Like Sting, we'll find out as they did a documentary. And he says he's going to go all out with this one, calling all the shots. And he did challenge Will Ospreay one-on-one. That match will be happening at AEW Dynasty in April. So there's that. And Renee Paquette interviewed the Young Bucks as they getting ready to face Private Party in their quarterfinal matchup for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. And you know what? The Young Bucks, they're like the executive version of Beavis and Butthead. Man, I'm telling you. You see the way they smile? I mean, seriously. They act like a couple of geeks when they smile. Look how geeky we can be. Oh, boy. I think if I go to an AEW live event in Massachusetts somehow and I see the Young Bucks, I'm going to go, hey, my impression of you guys. You know what I mean? They look like a couple of geeks. They smile like a geek. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Like the Young Bucks. Wow. Oh, man. Too funny. Well, and as they arrive at the arena, Kazuchika Okada, the new AEW Continental Champion, also arrived at the arena. And, I think Eddie Kicks is now going to be focusing on defending his Ring of Honor World title against Mark Briscoe. As you know, at the Supercard of Honor, I believe it's called. Tag team quarterfinal, the Young Bucks face Private Party. This is a heck of a matchup. A lot of dream matches. But at the end, Private Party, Young Bucks ended up winning the match, and they'll face the winner of Best Friends and the Undisputed Kingdom. And Mercedes Moné arrives at the arena to watch the next match. But since Darby, and the reason why Darby Allin was supposed to climb Mount Everest, he was doing it for charity, for Tony Hawk's charity for a skate park that Tony Hawk is doing. And but instead, they advertised about how you can donate to the skate park that Tony Hawk is building. But since Darby Allin says that since they couldn't climb Mount Everest with a broken foot, he had a better idea. I don't know what that idea was, and had Tony Hawk skating, and Tony Hawk was touching the leg and all that. Only Darby Allin, man. I'll tell you what. So yeah, Darby Allin's good friends with Tony Hawk, which is that's totally super cool. And hey, Tony Hawk still looks the same, man. The guy never ages. Let me tell you something right now. The guy's in his 40s, I believe. The man never ages. That's Tony Hawk for you. That's the Birdman for you, Tony Hawk. I never thought we'd hear the name Tony Hawk in 2024, but here we are. You know what I'm saying? So Mercedes, Renee Paquette interviewed Chris Jericho and Hook, and and Chris Jericho says, hey, listen, if you want any advice from me, I'm here. And so And so Hook goes, okay, but I know who you are. You are Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho understood what he's talking, what Hook is saying. And so let's say, let's do this. So looks like Chris Jericho is going to be like a mentor, a speak for Hook. And I think that's going to help Hook a lot, because Hook can be more and to what he's been capable of. And with Jericho at his side, I think, Hook can be one of the best, if not the best. So if I were Strickland and Takeshita, Samoa Joe, or any top contender for that AEW World title, I suggest you be on the lookout, because Hook is going to go climbing up that ladder with Jericho's out, the first ever AEW World Champion in Chris Jericho. That's going to help Hook a lot, and there's going to be a lot of confidence in Hook. And Mercedes Moné did join on commentary as there is a TBS title #1 contenders in a matchup in a fatal 4-way. Will Nightingale versus her good friend Chris Statlander versus Anna Jay, and versus Sky Blue. And a lot of people love Sky Blue. They want her to win this one. Chris Statlander is a former TBS champion. Now, Anna Jay, I think momentum has gone down a little bit could be a little bit going downhill, because she did lose to Mina Shirakawa at the Ring of Honor this past Thursday. So Anna Jay could have picked up a victory here, but after a hard fought, working very hard in his hard fought victory, Willow Nightingale picked up the victory over all those three young ladies I mentioned. And then she was blindsided by Julia Hart with the TBS title. And then she kind of had a stared a hole through Mercedes Moné. So, but then Chris Statlander climbed back to the ring to console Willow Nightingale after getting hit. But then Julia Hart and Sky Blue retreated. And then Mercedes Moné did a little slow clap. It was like Mercedes Moné had some unfinished business with Willow Nightingale. So this is going to be an interesting situation, to say the least. If Willow Nightingale wins the TBS title, maybe Mercedes Moné would challenge her? Who knows for sure. And Renee Paquette interviewed Dustin Rhodes. And Dustin Rhodes is only 55 years old. God bless him. He looks younger than that, man. Let me tell you. He looks like he still can go. And I thought he's going to, I was like, if he mentions The Rock and on television, we'll be like, here comes the forbidden door being opened. Nah, he didn't do that. He says he still wanted to prove that he can keep going. And then Butcher decided to interrupt him and challenge him to a matchup at AEW Rampage, which is happening this Friday, and that match has been confirmed by one Tony Khan. So there's that. Ben Mikhevich, the host of the TCM Turner Classic Movies, talks to the AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm. And she goes, repeat after me, chin up, tits out. He said, Crispin, the pronunciation is a word. Well, we don't know what Crispin's here in America, but chin up, tits out. I'm not going to say that. And watch for the shoe. I don't know what that means. She grabs the shoe and tosses it. So funny. Toni Storm, I love her. I love me some Toni Storm. And Dan XP, if you're watching this, I don't think Toni Storm has a pancake ass. She has cake. That's all you're gonna say. Leave the pan out. Cake. She's got a cake booty. Let me tell you, Toni Storm's got a cake booty. Yeah, I said it. She's got a nice cake booty. Anyways. Tag team title quarterfinal match of Best Friends versus that will be the team of Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta with Chuck Taylor in that corner. Chuck Taylor not medically cleared to compete versus the Undisputed Kingdom. That would be Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, the Ring of Honor tag team champions, and we were accompanied by the international champion Roderick Strong, aka Ned Flanders, the human Ned Flanders. Hi, Dilio, Burrito. Heck of a matchup between these two, but Best Friends did end up winning the matchup, advances to the semis against the Young Bucks, who came out to confront the Best Friends, and then they go back and do their little stupid entrance. What is it, Gangrel entrance? You rise up, and then you rise back down, and go back down. What the heck is wrong with the Young Bucks? Oh, we want our entrance that way. And one of these days, like, somebody can be like Mo Howard, smacking both Beavis and Button upside the heads. Seriously. And then Renee Paquette interviewed Kyle O'Reilly. He said, you know, it seems like he's skirting around the idea of not joining the Undisputed Kingdom. But, you know, Kyle O'Reilly wants to focus on trying to get back on his feet and winning matches. And that'll be the first thing on his mind. And Adam Copeland, they did a little musical promo when he said he wanted, addressing him winning the TNT title. He said it meant a lot. The fans were singing to him and all that. He thought it was super, super cool. So, congratulations to Adam Copeland. And the main event, the number one contenders match for the AEW World Title, Swerve Strickland and Konosuke Takeshita. Whoever wins that match will face Joe at Dynasty. And this was a heck of a matchup. John Callis was joining on commentary. And this was a heck of a match. It could have gone either way. But in the end, Swerve Strickland handed Takeshita his first loss in AEW this year. As Swerve Strickland once again number one contender. Samoa Joe was watching the whole thing, feeling very frustrated. Renee Paquette interviewed, and he goes, once you sign that Don and Dynamite, you're going to understand who you're dealing with. What you're expecting to dealing with at AEW Dynasty. So that's going to be a heck of a matchup for sure. So, this is the other quarterfinal match of the former tag champs. Ricky Starks and Big Bill take on Top Flight, the Martin Brothers, Dante and Darius, this coming Saturday night at Collision. Collision will be making its return. So, that's all the time we have on the show, and tune in tomorrow for my channel. Expect some pressure of luck, but then I'm going to go to DV3000 Network, and I'm going to be the new host of the Dugout Crew podcast for the second season. Join myself and the rest of the J Crew, Joey Acacia, Jason DeCanio, and Jesse Ortiz, as we talk about our teams and what's going to happen in the Major League season. So, and then later on tomorrow night, the Rant and Rave podcast. So I'm really excited about that. So, that is all the time we have on this great show. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1286 of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977. Looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a big day, big week. Opening day for Major League Baseball. It's about to begin for the rest of 2018. The Dodgers and the Padres already had their opening series up in Seoul, Korea. Now, both teams are coming back to the States to start their regular season at the States. So we'll see what happens. Right, so until that next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.